You seem to be very confident, and one will be wondering where the confidence is coming from, because
you're not confident.
No, confident about your party's chances.
Don't tell me when I leave here now. You tell me.
I'm a journalist.
Don't tell me change behind. Say it public.
No. I'm a journalist. I can't be.
Addressing the rally, I had said to a rally before that the political equation has changed. Let's do the political equation. In 2011, the whole of South voted for President Goodluck Jonathan. The whole of Southeast voted for President Goodluck Jonathan, and the voting was because he's our son, and President Goodluck Jonathan is our son. Now, the whole of Southwest voted for President Goodluck Jonathan, excluding Osun. Then he won some states in the north, and then got 22-point-something million votes. Buhari had 12 million votes. Is that political equation still on ground? Let's take Rivers State. Let's even assume that everybody in the Southeast votes for President Goodluck Jonathan. The figure has changed. That's why they're fighting against the card reader. They don't want card reader. PDP doesn't want card reader because they want to write results. Now, what does the card reader do? The card reader mitigates or minimizes rigging. So you can't do what they used to do before, right? How many units, how many voters do they have in this unit? Say 500. Write 400 for PDP. No, those days are gone, because the card reader will. What the card reader does is that it accommodates only those who brought their PVCs, the genuine voters. So if out of 500 persons in a unit, only 300 comes, the 300 will be recorded. So it limits rigging. And then, so you ask yourself, why is PDP not supporting card reader? Why are they saying Jega must go, card reader must not be allowed? Why are they in court over the card reader?
Professor Jega appeared at the Senate. Some members of your party at the Senate were not happy about this. What's the stand of your party as regarding some of the things that were raised? For example, the questioning of Professor Jega on the use of the card readers.
It is an underploy by the PDP to stop the use of the card reader. I've told you that the key to stopping rigging in Nigeria is the card reader.
You think it will work?
It has worked severally.
Do you think that do you think INEC is really ready for this election?
INEC is more than ready. I want to quote Jega again, if you want me to repeat that. Jega told us in the meeting that if you say the 2011 election is credible and one of the best elections organized by this body, I am telling you now that I am more prepared than I was in 2011. What else do you want?
Governor Amaechi, you saw the video posted by the man called Shekau, the leader, the purported leader of the Boko Haram sect, about the election. How does this strike you?
I'm not the military. The military has a responsibility to protect lives and property. You know, I tell people that the oath of office that all of us take is the oath that says we shall protect lives and properties. And the federal government, the president, and the military, the military as an institution, have the responsibility of protecting lives here. So that you can't go into. You can't do as much as possible. What APC is doing is to try to separate themselves from the military and not to do anything that will ridicule our military. It's a sacred institution that we should see and support them as much as we can. But you know that until recently, the issue of funding of the military and where the money was going to was an issue for debate. So I don't want to go into that. I think the military is prepared for election.
Do you think the military should be used for security in this election?
There's a judgment of the Court of Appeal. There's a judgment of the High Court. There's a judgment of the Court of Appeal that says military should not be used for the election.
What if they are used? What would you do?
Well, as usual, don't say what if they are used. That is one of the plank by which the PDP is hoping to rig the election. So the military will be used.
When you say the plan for them to rig the election, how do you mean?
What I mean is they intend to use the military to intimidate voters. You saw what happened in Ekiti State. Didn't you see it? Didn't you see what happened in Ekiti State, where General Momo, up to today, has not been called forward to defend himself? Where General Momo was in the meeting. Even a general of the Nigerian army was telling Obanikoro that he wanted me to cry, and then he was promised promotion. I don't want to go into the military because the military is a sacred institution. Can we go to something else? We believe that the military, as an institution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, should ordinarily not be biased. We believe that the military should be allowed to play their national role and not be used, to be politicized. It's quite dangerous to politicize the military because there are those, and to ethnicize them. Because there are those who come from the north, from the south, the west, the east. There are those with different ideologies and all that. But one thing that brings them together is the concept of Nigeria. So for the sake of Nigerianness of the military, they should please allow the military alone.
All right. With what we have on our hands, your party seems to have fanned that fire as we move into this election. And you mentioned the Southwest. And it looks so much like your party is thinking that the Southwest is a very strong base for it. But we've seen some endorsement for President Jonathan in the Southwest, from leaders in the Southwest, and of course, from traditional rulers.
Sure, why not wait until election day? Even you, as someone from the Southwest, who will you vote for? For President Goodluck Jonathan? You want to vote? Okay.
I'm not voting.
You want to vote for?
I'm not voting in this election.
You want to vote? You have to, because that's your civic
responsibility. I'm going to be on duty. That's also a civic. Yeah, that's a duty to the.
While you're on duty, you must drive down to your voting station and vote.
I'll probably be in this studio on that day.
Okay, let's hope so. But now, look at it this way. Is the man who said we'll vote for Goodluck Jonathan voting for Goodluck Jonathan because if he votes for Goodluck Jonathan, the dollar will run back from 215 to 170? You know, I was telling Nigerians that at October, November last year, when it was 170, that before election it would be 200 naira per dollar. Now it's 215. Now, will voting for Goodluck Jonathan address the issue of the 2.3 trillion naira that was stolen for the oil subsidy? Will that address the $20 billion that was missing? Or the $10.2 billion that the Minister for Finance acknowledged that was missing? Or will it address the 30 trillion naira that this man was talking about? What's his name? The former CBN governor. It won't. It won't. So it won't address corruption. The way Nigeria is now, Nigeria is poised for change, and I think Southwest is poised to be part of that change.
Should your party lose in this 2015 election, what would you do?
If my party loses a free and fair election, we shall congratulate President Goodluck Jonathan and PDP and wish them well.
There's a lot of talk about your candidate, your presidential candidate. Where is he and how healthy is he?
Not only is he healthy, you know, people like to deceive Nigerians. You saw him meeting with Tony Blair. Did that look like a sick man that met with Tony Blair? You saw his appearing at the Chatham House on Thursday. Does that man look like a sick man? You have postponed the election. Then you still want us to remain and do nothing. We felt there's a need for him to address people outside the country. And he's going to do that.
So what's the party strategy now? So
it's like, how can I tell my party strategy when I know the opponent is listening?
Are you see going back to those states that you campaign?
We will.
So you're going back again. That means you're spending more money.
It doesn't matter. The momentum will rise. We'll go back to Kano. Kano, we saw over 3 million persons on the street. In Borno, we saw over 2 million persons. You couldn't campaign because the people were chanting, change, change, change. You saw the frenzy. I'm sure everyone was scared. Those of them who were in PDP. We will go back and put back the fire in everybody to know that on that day. And you know one funny thing? The difference between now and 2011 is that most of those who followed Buhari then may not have had their voters card. Now, once he asks them, where is your PVC? They just go to their trouser, unzip the trouser, bring out the bag, unwrap the bag, pull out the PVC and show you. We do it in every rally. We will now begin to make them, put them back. They put them back, wrap it again, put them right back into their undies and continue their movement.
Governor Amaechi, just briefly, tell me about your take about former President Olusegun Obasanjo leaving the PDP and what happened. Does this give your party any chance?
He left too late. And he left too late because he felt, well, I think as somebody who's been part of those who founded PDP, I should remain in PDP. But as somebody who is patriotic, he should have left PDP long time.
Just like you left?
Of course. I saw that we were heading to nowhere. That if we needed to put this country together, are you proud to be a Nigerian when you go on the streets? Other people who used to respect you now abuse you. Before, Niger Republic, Chad used to come here. Under Babangida, up to Yaradua. Now we go there to hold meetings. How? What makes you that proud Nigerian that used to be? Ghanaian president now summons us to Ghana. Before, they come here. Togo. Benin Republic, we now go there because we've lost that thing that gave us pride, that thing that makes a Nigerian say, I am Nigerian. We need to fix it, and Buhari will be the first step to fixing it.
Mr. Rotimi Amaechi, Director General of APC Presidential Campaign Organization. Thank you so much for being part of the program tonight. I really appreciate your coming. Well, we take a break now, and when we return, some other perspectives on these issues. Join us again.